Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Resonant Rise 3 with me, NetherTrey, and this is episode 24. And today, I want to start working with a little bit of Draconic Evolution. In order to get Draconic Evolution going, we're going to need to take our Draconium dust that we found in the Nether and turn it into Draconium ingots. And the first thing we're going to want to go for is a Draconic chest. Just made just like this, with a Draconic core in the middle, and that's a diamond, some Draconium ingots, and some gold. The reason I want to make one of those is because this ore processing center is just not keeping up with the amount of resources we have coming in from our ender quarry. So I'm going to come over here to our alloy smelter. We're going to throw the Draconium in there and let that smelt up. Grab a couple of those so that we can get our auto crafting rolling. Throw that in the system, and we're going to need some more blank patterns like we usually do. Make a bunch of that, blank patterns, and 17 blank patterns will get us going for a while. So the first thing we're going to need for a Draconic chest is the Draconic core. So we're going to make a pattern for that because we're going to need those a lot in Draconic Evolution. We'll start a whole new row just for Draconic Evolution. We also need obsidian chests, and obsidian chests are part of the iron chests mod. So we're going to need a chest first. And then, oops, we can make all the other chest patterns. So we need iron chests. Gonna need one of those. Gold chests. Gonna need one of those. Diamond chest. Gonna need one of those. And then our obsidian chest. We're gonna need 2 of those. Once we have that, we can make one of our Draconic cores. Do we have? Nope. We're going to need a furnace. I think we already have a pattern for that. We're going to need a crafting table. I know I already have a pattern for that. And that will make us a Draconic chest. We'll make sure we have a pattern. Throw all our patterns in here, starting with iron, gold, diamond, obsidian, and then Draconic chest. We are missing 2 Draconium ingots, so we'll run out here and get the rest of them that we're smelting up. Throw those in our system. Now we should be able to craft up a Draconic chest. Now these are really cool because not only do they have an absolutely huge inventory, they have a built-in smeltery, they run on RF power, and they smelt 10, I believe it's 10 ore at a time, and automatically doubles it. So this whole system is going to be replaced. So let's just start tearing this apart. Also, between episodes, I did craft a Ring of Magnetism, and that's a Botania item. It's made with 4 mana steel, a mana lens. That's made with iron and gold, and then the mana lens is made with mana steel and a glass pane. Basically, it's just a magnet. It just makes things get sucked into your inventory, which is nice. So let's take our Draconic chest, and we're going to put that right here in the middle of where our setup used to be. You're not going to need these hoppers anymore. We're going to take our item conduits back. This is going to give us a lot of like our filters and stuff that we set up. This does need power, but then we're not going to need the rest of these. Now what I am going to do here is we are going to need those filters to make sure only those items go into our Draconic chest. So we're going to put one hopper here. We're going to take our item conduits, and I think what we're going to do is run these like this. Insert, 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 and then we will replace our filters. How did we have these set up? So that one's for the cinnabar. That's not going to be an issue anymore. This one will have all these. This one will have all these. And this one will have all these. Those are all still whitelisted, and what we're going to do is we're going to raise our priority to 5 just to make sure that all the ores go in here first. Before going into our AE system. We're going to connect up that. This should be set up to... We may need to set up a filter to make sure that we're only pulling out the ingots. Let's see if we can sneak out of here. Don't need this one anymore. So now if I take, as you can see, we have a bunch of backup because our system was overflowing because we were just bringing up in too many resources at once. So let's take our Yellerite and simulate it coming in from our ender quarry. So we'll just throw it in our ender pouch, and that will throw it in our little chest there. It should drop it in here. It did. We want to make sure that this is set to pull any smeltable items from the inventory, just like that, and it will automatically pull everything down there. Now what I'm worried is that it's going to pull it back out in ore form. So if I take another stack and throw it in and then look in here, we want to see if our Yellerite ore is going up. So right now we're at 445. Looks like it's not. So it must be pulling it down here faster than it's being pulled out of the bottom. Now once that's done, is it going to pull? Okay, so we're not pulling out of the chest. That could just be because our settings in this are not set up. So extract, always active. That could be why the ore wasn't being pulled out too. So let's grab some more Eolorium. So we have 317 ore. So far it's not pulling out. It is pulling out the Yellorium ingots. And this is pulling in the Yellerite faster than our system is able to grab it. So we're still at 317. So now the next question is, if we turn on our ender quarry, will it keep up with that? Quarry power, go. Ooh. So it is filling up. Our hopper is not dumping fast enough. So we may have to go directly into the chest. Let's try that. Turn this off. We're going to get rid of this hopper. Okay, so then we're going to take these. Let's dump some of this stuff into our system. I don't need the coal or the cobblestone. Alright, so let's try doing it this way. We want to disconnect this guy. Make sure these are set to insert, priority 5. Put our filter back in. Insert, priority 5, filter. Insert, priority 5, and filter. Okay, so now all these conduits should dump directly into this chest. So let's take what we got here, this, and this. So that did grab everything and it put it all down here. Let's turn on our ender quarry and smell. First of all, let's clear all our ores out of here. We'll throw all these machines into our system for later use. And we'll pull out all the ores. So what we want to watch now is to see if we have ores being pulled out of the system, or out of the Draconic chest. It does not look like we are. So let's dump some more ores in there. So far, so good. Let's take a look at our stockpile of ores. So far, it appears to be good. So let's turn on the ender quarry and see what happens. So we're not backing up on ores. Let's check our ingots. This will take care of. So we'll keep an eye on that, but for now, that appears to be working. Close our wall back in, and I'll probably clean that up some way later. I want to leave this expandable so if we need to, we can make more of those chests. And as you can see, it takes a lot less space than our wood setup as well, which is cool. Alright, so we've got that. Now, in order to continue with Draconic evolution, like I said, I want to make some of the wyvern tools and armor. In order to get that stuff going, one of the important things I want is a bow of the wyvern. So we're going to need wyvern cores, which require nether stars. They're called nether cubes in this pack. I'm not really sure why. One of the mods must change them. But they're got just like any other way. This is a creative only or peaceful mode only recipe, so we can't use that. So we will have to kill the wither boss in order to get those. So I want to set up a wither killing area, and it's going to be over here in our mob spawning area. I want to add one more spawner next to these guys for wither skeletons, because we're going to need wither skeleton skulls in order to make wither bosses. So it'll be just like these other two setups, only it'll be with withers instead of the other mobs that we're using. I'm also going to want to do some work with our enchanting system, because like I said before, you can use enchanted books to put in a special inventory slot in Draconic gear, and it will act as if it has those enchantments, but you can swap the books out at any time without having to like disenchant and re-enchant the items, which is really nice. So what I'm probably going to do there is move all our enchanting stuff over to our enchanting room, and I'm probably going to use a liquid tunnel to move our essence over there. So let me get some of this rolling and I'll be back. Alright guys, so I did have to add a filter to the bottom of the Draconic chest because it was pulling out the ore blocks, and then because it was the highest priority going into the chest, it would put them right back into the chest and it wasn't pulling out anything. So now I filtered it so it only pulls out ingots. Probably have to do another filter because I gotta have ferrous in here yet. So I've got aluminum, copper, tin, iron, osmium, silver, lead, yellorium, gold, and shiny, and I still need ferrous, so probably have to throw that in there yet. But now it is pulling out only the ingots, and everything else is being left in here to be smelted down. I also turned on the locked output, just in case the chest would ever fill up for some reason. If it completely fills up and there's no locked outputs, then it would have nowhere to put the stuff, the ingots that it smelts. So it would basically just get backed up. But now there will always be 5 slots available for it to dump its smelted materials into, so it should never back up. I'm hoping this will smelt things fast enough that it keeps up with the ender quarry, but I guess we will see. Alright guys, so while I was in the nether, I was opening those Undertaker chests a long time ago. I did find a spawn wither egg, so we're going to spawn one of these guys and then capture his soul. Just like that, and of course he got a hit off on me. Also going to need a spawner, so that's a zombie one, skeleton, cave spider. We're never going to want to spawn cave spider, so we'll take that. We are going to pick up our handy dandy painting machine and put our soul binder back down. We'll put in our wither skeleton soul, and that it's going to take 15 levels. We have 39, so we're good there, and we'll let that roll. I don't have any capacitors in this guy. Let's see if we can craft. I think I have all the capacitors auto crafted. Yeah, so we'll see if we can make an octadic quick. Sure. Throw this in there, and that will make it run a lot faster. Now it's still a fairly slow machine, so it's still going to take a little while, but that'll at least boost it a little bit. We're also going to need our powered spawner, which is, we can make machine chassis. Craft up one of those. Gonna need some electrical steel, some vibrant crystals. What do we have? We don't have anything. So electrical steel. We're gonna need 4 of that. We're gonna need a couple of these vibrant crystals, which is vibrant. So we're gonna need 2 vibrant alloys, which we already have a couple of those. Yeah, we are just barely going to need 2. And then, does it the one that needs emeralds, or is it the one that needs diamonds? Vibrant crystal, it's the one that needs emeralds, so we'll make 2 of those. And we're also missing, oops, a Z logic controller. So we're going to need some redstone, a zombie head. We need some solarium, which is gold, and some soul sand, which is over on the other side of the room. We need 2 silicon. This is one thing we should automate too. So then we just need our 2 silicon, or our 2 soul sand, which is right here. Set this to alloy. Over here we can throw the rest of this stuff in. So there's 1 and 2. Should upgrade this to a octadic as well. Okay, we got a Z logic controller. Get us our powered spawner. Let's see how our Draconic chest is doing. It may not be enough to keep up, because we're totally maxed out down here in our smelting and we're not losing ground on ores. It's probably close, but it is barely not keeping up. Now we also are still not producing enough power to keep the thing going constantly. Right now it looks like it's keeping up, but that's probably just because there's a little bit of a buffer somewhere in the system. So now we need our... we gotta check and see if our spawner's done. It is, and we have our empty soul vial. In here to our anvil. That with that. It costs 30 levels to make this, but it's worth it, so we're taking it. We can take this back with us and put our painting machine back down because we use that way more often. Throw our soul binder in there. And now all we should have to do is come over here and prepare another room. Alright guys, so I've got the whole dugout, and right now I'm just making the grinder that we're going to need for this. That should just about do it. Yep, we've got a grinder. Still got to somehow... okay, it just glitched through the wall. Sheep farm still going strong. As you can see, it's an exact copy of the other 2. I've got 4 barrels and a chest, just like always. We're going to take the grinder. We're going to do it mirrored to how this one is. So we'll probably have one more mob spawner room next to this one over here, which I don't know what mob we're going to spawn in it yet. Maybe blue slimes, maybe those Thaumcraft wisps. Not blue slimes, pink slimes. Maybe pink slimes. But probably Thaumcraft wisps, because I would like to get into some Thaumcraft at some point, even though I know it's not a tech mod, and that's what I like to do. That is backwards. I always put those in backwards. And I believe it's a gap of 3 in the room here. Yes. So we go 1, 2, 3, and that should take us to the other side. And then we want to dig out here. So there's going to be a doorway right here. It'll actually be down here. So we'll just fill this in like that, and we'll stick our grinder right there. Get our little wall piece back. Now, in order to get this running, we're going to need, just like on this side, some conduits going down through here. Let's leave this open. We're going to need power. We're going to need some redstone control, and we're going to need these pressurized fluid conduits with mob essence in it. Well, that's actually where the mob essence comes out. So let's run over here. Let's dump out some stuff into our inventory real quick, or into our system. Actually, let's go check on our ender quarry, see how that's holding up. So we're not losing power. which is weird because we were before. So I don't know how we're still running. Our system here is getting really full of stuff. Our chest is definitely filling up. So we're going to have to deal with that probably by making another Draconic chest. Let's see, we got 22,000 Yellorium now. If we look at our ingots, we've got 23,000 iron, 28,000 osmium, and it's just climbing. We're not getting a whole lot of shiny, which is disappointing because that's an important one. 15,000 copper. Yeah, so we got lots of stuff coming in. So what we're going to need, like I said, are all the different conduits. So let's see what we have in our system. Do we have any conduits? We have a stack of these, which is good. We have a whole bunch of item conduits. We need pressurized fluid conduits. We got 4. 12. That is probably not going to be enough. So we're going to need more fused quartz. Let's see how we're doing on quartz. Not great. We do still have the farm going, creating quartz for us, but it's not the fastest thing in the world. We may have to come up with another solution for quartz. So we'll throw that in there to make some more fused quartz. Alright, so power in is going to be straight down through here. I'm just going to dig until we hit something we recognize. Which it doesn't look like we're going to, so let me pop back up here. It is pretty far. So this tunnel is going to continue down through here. Ah, there it is. We are almost there. Dig this out. And over here we did a 3x3 here as well, so let's do that. Hole is right there, so we actually want our 3x3 going like this. I like having a lot of room to breathe in my little maintenance shafts. That's 2. Actually, we want to fill this in. Cool. So up there, as you can see, our barrels already. Just like that. We're going to need 4 storage buses. Alright, so we're going to need a P2P tunnel for power. We're going to need 4 storage buses. We have 1, so we're only going to need 3 more. We're missing something. Pure Certus. So let's get some of that rolling. Do you have any sand? Yes. So let me get some of these conduits and Certus rolling, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so that's about a wrapping up point for today. Today we upgraded our ore processing system, even though it still needs upgraded a little more. I'm basically just going to copy that same build over right beside it. We got our feet wet in Draconic Evolution. and we are working on a mob spawner for wither skeletons so that we can get to the point where we're killing withers and getting nether stars, which we really need in order to really dig into Draconic evolution. So in between episodes, I am going to run this over here, finish off this little wither skeleton build, and prepare to dig more into Draconic evolution. Thanks for watching. As always, if you want to see more, subscribe and give me some likes, and we'll see you next time.